How's everybody?
What's up?
What's up, man? Good.
Byron, you've been around a lot of offensive linemen in your days, coaching and playing. Tristan Wirfs gets another Pro Bowl selection for you guys. Where does he rank in terms of talent? I know he's still young, but the guys that you've either played with or coached, what do you have to say about his ability?
I don't know if I've ever seen a guy come in like that. Obviously, there's been some great tackles in this league that I wasn't around, so I haven't been able to see every day, but he was this way when he walked through the door. I mean, he should be a 3-time Pro Bowl guy when you really think about it. He's probably was his rookie year probably the best tackle grading-wise in the league. So it just says a lot about who he is, what he's about, how he approaches it. It's not just skill with him. It's the mental aspect, the work that he put in every day. I mean, he's a huge guy also and just really a great leader for us in that room. So it's good to see him get what he deserves because he's that type of player.
Sorry. What is he doing better in year 3 than he did in year 2 and year 1?
It's tough to really beat what he's already done, though, right? I mean, you go through a 16, 17-game season and you don't give up sacks and don't give up pressures. That's unheard of as much as we throw it. He's allowed us to do what we wanted to do as an offense, really, to have a guy like Tristan on that side that you can just say, hey, he handles that guy. You don't have to think about him. So it's unique, man. But he's getting better, really, at all aspects of his game. He works on all aspects of his game. So it's good to see. Anytime you have those type of players, you wish you had 15 of those guys like that, right, at different positions. But that's hard to do with somebody so good.
Byron, you came out against Cincinnati, and every game plan is different, right? But based on who you're playing, but you came out, you attacked, 17 points, you're headed to a 35-point game probably.
Yeah.
The turnovers all have their own story. But just in terms of, that's what we can be. How much can that carry over, or can you carry it over at all, even though you're playing Arizona and it's a different team? But how much more was that who you are?
I think I can't sit up here and stand on it because we haven't been that consistently, but that's what we feel we are when we step out on the grass. To be honest with you, we're not stepping on the grass. We feel that way that we played in the first half. And I tell you guys, I think we're closer than what we think. Scoring points in this league comes down to 4 or 5 plays that went your way, 4 or 5 plays that didn't go your way. And they were heading our way. And we had to earn them, but that's the game. That's football. We love where we at, though, really. We love where we at right now. So we're just excited to get another opportunity to go out and try to win a football game.
Byron, is there anything specifically from that first half that you would point to as to why you were able to score so many points? Was it play action? Was it connecting between Tom and Mike?
I mean, it was 17 points, right? I don't want to make it seem like we scored 30 in the half, yeah. But that's what it's like around here, right? So, but, I mean, we've done that a lot. 17 points in the half obviously is good, especially if you can double that in the second half. But it's football. We feel good about ourselves going into football games. I know the numbers and the stats not all there, but we feel good really going into every game from a preparation, what we want to do. Sometimes we went out there and haven't executed as much as we've liked, but hopefully we're past that point.
Byron, the 4 turnovers in 4 drive, they were all kind of 4 very different plays. Is there some common thread at all, anything when you look back that could have lessened the chance of that? It's such a freak thing to think about Brady having 4.
No, I just think that's a fluke thing. It's hard to do that, right? That was just one of those fluke things that happen in the game of football. You play this game long enough, you be around plays and games like that. So we've been on the opposite end of them and won games. It just came and got us last week. We'll take it, understand it's part of football, look forward to the next game.
How much is Russell Gage helping you in the red zone when he's healthy? Because you're going to get double teams on the other guys, and he can do his thing.
That's the thing with Russ. We just needed him healthy. He can do these type things. He has a certain wiggle with him that he knows how to get open. He can really, really get open. He really knows how to create space. So the more we have him, really just for practice, really, if we can be healthy enough to practice like he's been able to do the past couple of weeks now, I think you'll see results like that on game day. So it's good to have him back out there.
Hey, Byron, I know there's not moral victories per se, but you had talked about all year you feel like you guys are this team that can go out there and do what you saw in that first half, and I think Todd talked about it being the bright spot, like this shows what we can be. That first half for you guys, like mentally, how much did maybe this offense just need it to be able to see, like you feel you can do it, but the fact that you guys actually saw, like, hey, this is us clicking, like how much did this team need that?
I think it was good for us. At the same time, as a coach, I see what we left out there. To be honest with you, I see the plays that we left out there. I think it could have been an even better half than what we had. There's a lot of things we had where we kind of knew what they would be and got what we want, and it just didn't go our way. So it's obviously we played well the first half, but we don't see it. We got to learn how to find a way to play 4 quarters. Play 4 quarters to win in this league. We just excited to have another opportunity, though, to go out there and try to play 4 quarters.
Byron, on that touchdown drive in I want to say it's the first quarter, maybe it's the second, in the first half, when you see your coach go forward on 4th down a couple times, right, and then trust the offense enough to go for a fake punt and start the 3rd quarter, 4th and 1, to continue what you guys are doing on offense. What does that say about Todd Bowles? He's kind of fairly been labeled a conservative head coach this year, but for him to kind of maybe find some biscuits, what does that say for you guys?
I mean, Todd's an aggressive guy. A lot of times this year he gave us the opportunity on 4th down, and we didn't find a way to convert as an offense. So we know he'll give us them opportunities. We know he'll trust in us in those moments. We just got to find a way to execute and get it done. Whatever the down the distance is, we get an opportunity on 4th down to convert a 1st down. Whatever we have to do to execute to make sure that's a successful play so we can get to the 1st down. Because the most important thing for us is when we have the ball, now our playmakers can make plays. So we want to possess it as much as we can and put our playmakers in position to make plays.
We saw Tompkins on the jet sweep. I think he got like 14 snaps on offense. Just want to see what you like about him and what you can do to add him into the offense.
It's really what you don't like about DT. Just seeing him every day. He works hard. He comes in here. He seems like he never gets tired. He runs around. He reminds me of some player I won't name that when he was young. So I don't want to do that. So it's just to see that, though, that energy, that love for the game. I just love being around that. We know we all love our game that we play, that we participate in, but to see a young guy come in and love the game the way that he loves the game and what he's willing to do to have success is a special thing and unique. So you always got a little something special for guys that love the game the way that he loves the game, because normally when people love it that much, they put in as much, a result come. They get the result. So, I mean, it's good to be around him, that type of energy. He's an acrobat. He can do a lot of different stuff. So it's good to see him out there.
Last week, you guys, first half, we saw what it seemed like a lot more motion, play action, things like that. Second half, I know you got out of your rhythm and kind of got away from that, and I didn't know if that was because of the turnovers, because it seemed like things were rolling pretty well in the first half with that.
Yeah, I mean, that was everything, really, in the second half. You didn't get allowed to really do anything. By the time you get out of that, now you're chasing. So just a bad 3rd quarter, really bad 3rd quarter for us. Something we'll learn from them, something we can learn from. Every position group can learn. We always talk about how important it is, protecting the football, doing the right things. We as a team can really learn from that.
What's the mood? You've been in as a player in the NFL and as a coach. Normally, if you were 6-8 at this point, you'd be not in the playoff contention, but you are. What's the mood like? Is there confidence? Is there like, we can still do this? We got 3 games to go.
Oh yeah, we're as confident as can be. And 6-8, it all depends on who's the 6-8 team, right? So we're 6-8 right now, and the world feels as though like, man, we're underachieving. It's a lot of 6-8 teams that feel like they're charging, right? And they feel good about it. So it's all that's really irrelevant. The key is do I get in the tournament? Because you can't move forward unless you get in the tournament. So only things guaranteed to us is, like I tell these guys, we got 3 games. We got, 7 more practices that's guaranteed to us. So we're just trying to earn more. We're trying to do whatever we can to earn more.
But it seems like this is also kind of a position maybe you're comfortable in. Like, I mean, Super Bowl, you're 7-5, and then after the bye week, you guys never lost. I mean, it feels like you're comfortable with people doubting you.
Yeah, I was joking with the guys saying it's good to not see us on TV every day. We've been on TV every day for 3 years, and we all we all keep our TVs on sports, and it's good to hear them not talk about us. It's been about a good week and some change now where we're not on TV. I would hate us too. I would really hate us if I watched TV and they talked about us every day like they do. I would despise us when our players too, especially when we win such in a good way. We're good winners. We're really good winners. We understand it, but it's kind of awkward to see it now.
Byron, it's been over a year now, just a little, that Chris Godwin went through what he went through, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see him each week, you know how much work he's put in.
Yes.
You've been a football player who's been hurt before. Just put in perspective how far he came in a year.
I don't know how he do it. I really don't. To see him out there, the best feeling I had all year was the first play in Dallas. That's why that play was called. To see him in that game. Yes, I wanted to get it out the way and let it win for 20, just to show who he is as a player. So I will remember that the rest of my life, really. Just going into Dallas, him being in the starting lineup, that was unreal. That goes to show you the work that he put in. And I wanted to reward him for that. And it was good for us as a team to see him get that, because what it did for us, once he got up, the season could start. Because like I say, this guy's like our bloodline. He does a lot for us, and we love his approach on football also.
Have you gotten to have many moments like that in your coaching career? I know as a player you've seen a lot, but as a coach, to be able to call a play and know that it impacted someone in such a profound way?
It impacted us. It really, I don't know you had to ask Chris what it did, but what it did for us, everybody around Chris was special for us. So he's a guy that, we appreciate. We love everything that he's about. So it's good to see him doing well every time he does.
You've got a strong case for that comeback player of the year award.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever seen somebody do it so quick and be a part of all the games and still getting better every day.
I don't know if you had a Christmas game as a player. I just want to ask what this week is like, knowing you'll be away from home on the holiday, and what the bonding is like.
I never experienced this. I think I did it in Thanksgiving, but I never experienced this one. This one's a little different. But we got to it's too important of a ball game for us to worry about really what day it's on. We can care less really what day. Our families and everybody understand that we really locked in, got our minds on something bigger than the day of Christmas. We'll get back home and we'll enjoy our time with our family when we can.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
guys. Have a good one.
Happy holidays.
Hello, how you guys doing today? I'm doing all right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Tom, you can't bottle it up, but that first half last week, you guys really looked like yourselves, 18 points, looked like you're headed to a 35-point game. We won't
Yeah.
talk about the second half
Yeah.
right now, but that's how much of seeing you do it, right? Seeing you guys go out there and actually do it, can that lead to good feelings?
Yeah, that's important. I think, those good plays kind of build on each other and, help confidence. And I think the interesting thing is it's not like there's a lack of confidence. It's just a lack of execution and our ability to do it consistently. And I think the ability to do it is one thing, but to do it consistently well has been a problem. There's spurts where it's been good and we can do kind of a lot of things the right way. And there's other times where we haven't, which leads to really where our record's at. So, I think the point is it's just we're 15, 16 weeks into the season, including the bye, and the whole season comes down to, 3 really important games, and this is the first of the 3, and we're going to go battle our ass off to try to make it happen.
Tom, Tristan just made a second Pro Bowl. You've played with a lot of good tackles, I'm sure, in your career. What makes him just unique?
Yeah, he's done a great job since the day he got here, and we all love having him out there with us, and it's been tough not having him out there. I think when he's not out there, we all notice it. He's really learning how to be a real professional, and he takes his job seriously. He's obviously very talented. Just his size, his ability, and keep people out of the backfield. Very difficult to go through, and he's very hard to go around. So, he doesn't get beat very often. Very, very, very rarely. So, I'm really happy for him. He certainly deserves it. And just it's. If he sticks with it, there'll be a lot more of those.
Tom, with your accomplishments and your fame, you're more than a celebrity, you're an icon. I'm sure that makes it hard for you to go out in public and do more regular things. The fact that you're still playing, we know you love the game. We know you're a competitor.
Yeah.
But in here, in the locker room and on the practice field, you're one of the guys.
Yep.
How much of that keeps you playing football and having those type of connections?
Yeah.
Where you're one of the guys.
Sure. I think, in this environment, we're all able to do that. I think that's probably what we all enjoy most is the camaraderie. I think at the end of the day, for us winning and losing, yeah, it's fun and it's great. But I think when we're in our, 50s and 60s, we won't be talking about those things as much. We'll be thinking about the moments we shared together with just really great people. I don't think you make it to this point in life as a professional athlete without being a really great person that cares about other people, that tries to do the right thing, that's really disciplined, that's, it's hard to make it through college and high school and college and then kind of be a young professional if you're not doing the right things and putting the team first, very consistently. Those guys get weeded out pretty quickly. So I have a lot of respect for guys who, make it this far, not because physically it's challenging. Yeah, it is. And I think the mental, emotional part is really keeps people in it. But in order to do that, you got to be a great teammate, or else the locker room kind of kicks you out. You just don't really fit in. So the enjoyable part is the amazing relationships I've had through, 32 years of playing football between high school and college. And, yeah, it's a game, but at the same time, it brings out all of probably our best sides of us and sometimes our worst sides. Not often our worst sides, probably just when we get frustrated, but usually our best sides when we're, really, committed to something bigger than yourself. And I think that's what life's all about, focus on things that are bigger than yourself and, putting other people first and putting the organization first and the goals of the team first and then showing up every day with a good attitude, trying to do your job as best you possibly can.
Tom, knowing that that your preference would be to be 17-0, at this point in the year with what's in front of you and the fact that the postseason is very much still in front of this team, does the record matter?
I think it's, we can't do anything about the past, so I think we're beyond what we wish we could have been, or I think we're at where we're at, and it's we wish we won every game. I certainly do, but we haven't earned it. So if you don't earn it, then what do you expect? I think we got to try to go earn it this week, and hopefully take all the lessons from 14 games and apply them toward this week. And going on the road, there's times where we've done a decent job. First couple games of the year, we did a great job. We went to Germany did a great job. There hasn't been many other times where we've done a real good job of that. So, some challenges just with Christmas and all that, but, we got to put them aside and go try to win a game. Our whole season's ahead of us. We've all worked hard to get to this point. And, try to figure out how to get a win would be really important. I'm sure it would feel really good, but again, we got to go out there and we got to earn it because, this team's certainly not going to, just give it to us.
You said that you and other guys wouldn't be able to get this far in your careers without being a good person too, but you also have to be a resilient person, and I know you weren't happy with the way things ended on Sunday, and when you have those difficult games and those difficult moments, what allows you to get back up and to, keep, I guess, fighting and pushing to try and get it right the next time?
Yeah, I think just confidence in yourself, confidence in your teammates, confidence in what you're doing. I think the process of trying to get things right is more important than the outcome of things all the time. We're always, I think, so focused on wins and losses. I think I'm always focused on the process of how you get to wins, why you win and why you lose. Because sometimes the things don't go your way. I had a ball that I handed off that, I fumbled. That's, just should never happen, but it did. So, yeah, you're disappointed when you feel like you let the team down and when you could do a better job. And that's part of, why you sleep 2 or 3 hours on a Sunday night. But that's what you got to live with. And I think all these things that happen in the moment, that builds resiliency. I think part of life is dealing with things that don't necessarily go the way that you'd expect them. But you got to wake up the next day and try to go put as much as you can back into it and still believe in the people that you're with, knowing that, every game's not going to go your way, every bounce isn't going to go your way. And I think when you do find that they do go your way, you really appreciate it, you have gratitude for it, and you still try to put the same amount of work ethic into it and try to learn whether you win or lose. And, as long as you keep enjoying it, that's the point.
Was there a game, and I know you played a lot of football for a lot of years,
Yeah.
but maybe in high school, maybe even at the college or the NFL level, where you felt like you really had to pick yourself up and kind of find a new level of resilience that maybe you didn't have before?
Well, I think at different times, I think that's what it's about. It's, lots of different times. Certainly, probably when you're younger in your career where you're not really quite sure if you're going to make it, how you're going to make it. I probably haven't felt that way in a while, just personally. I think probably younger players probably question their confidence maybe a little bit more. Some maybe, it's probably a generalization. I don't know. Probably different for everybody. But I think for me, I'm always trying to prove it to myself and my teammates that I'm capable of doing a great job for the team.
You've had more Pro Bowl selections than any player in history, but you haven't actually played in the game since '05. And normally the best reason to avoid it is to have another game to be getting ready for. Just want to ask you your attitude towards that game and why you play, why you don't play that.
Is there a game? I don't think there's a game this year, is there?
It's not a game, it's a flag.
Yeah, so they finally took my, watch what I've done all these years. And I see them smarten up a little bit.
Tom, are you even cherishing these moments now? Now, I know you haven't made a decision about the past this year, and you're focused on this, but where you are you even taking this in, cherishing it even more at this point where you are right now?
First of all, I shouldn't say I'm smartening up. Everyone will get offended by that, so I apologize. I didn't mean to. It's just a joke. So, am I taking it all in?
Even maybe say like appreciating it more.
Yeah, I always appreciate it. I really think since I hurt my knee in 2008, I appreciate football and every opportunity. I always felt like, at least I got a chance to walk off the field. The day I didn't, and I missed the whole season. And I think, I'm very fortunate to basically play every game that I've been allowed to play since that year. So I have a lot of perspective on, not even being out there. So, yeah, I love playing. I love playing with my teammates. I love practicing. I love working out. I love training. I love talking about football. I love talking about pass protection and run blocking and all the crazy stuff that probably is the stuff that, not many of us think about. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun for me still.
Tom, this is one of the more challenging seasons you've had from a record standpoint, for sure. Do you find some, maybe the excitement, for lack of a better term, about the challenge itself? Because you're a guy that does rise to challenges.
Yeah.
You want more wins, for sure. More wins or more fun.
Yeah, I think the point is that resilience is a good thing, and I think we're all trying to learn resilience in different parts of our life. I'm trying to teach my kids about resilience, trying to teach, everyone about it, because it's important for all of us. Things don't You don't go 17-0. You don't. It's just not the way it goes. So you could quit. You could quit. You could take the easy way out. You could, find a way to not play in games. I mean, I'm sure a lot of players can do that, but I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of rewards in that at the end of the day. So I feel like you gotta find the what you're learning from the challenges of losing games and the challenges of dealing with adversities, and it brings a lot out of you. And I think when you overcome them, you learn a lot from it. You can apply them in different ways of life, and I think there's a real benefit to that. As you move forward. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.